let's do an unboxing. So I had ordered a kit from Mudhole Custom Tackle, right? Mudhole Rod Building and Tackle Crafting, right there. And what this company sells is various starter kits on how to make fishing rods. And I'm a collector of hobbies, as some might know. And my stepfather's birthday is coming up next month. So I see this as a perfect excuse to start another hobby and finally order this kit that I've been eyeing up for quite a while. This is the first time I've opened this. Got all kinds of stuff in here. So what I did end up ordering is the Core Rod Builders Startup Kit. This one went for, I want to say, around $150. Actually, I might have to shoot the manifest here. It might tell me. It is not. Let's see what we got here. I got this kit, and I actually ended up not getting their spinning rod full kit. I ended up getting just the core startup kit and then selected a different rod kit altogether. This is just the rod blank, and then it came with some guides and the handle and everything else to make a completed rod. I wasn't a big fan of the color that came with the already kind of put together startup kit, so I ended up with this one. And with that rod kit, you were able to select grips. So this is what comes with that. This is all for the rod. So I have this very nice cork grip, which I plan on carving and doing a little paint work on. This is a full box. I think this order altogether was $205, which isn't bad. These are winding checks. Okay. I think I remember what those are. So we have winding checks, our cork, which is a very nice soft feel, and it does have a top grip as well. And then the butt. What else do we have in here? Here is the reel seat, which is a standard spinning rod reel seat. And then all of our guides. I'm not sure if this is dual footed or single foot guides. These are single foot guides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guides plus a hook keeper, which is really nice that this kit comes with a hook keeper to come with. And then this is a 2-piece 7-foot spinning rod that I had ordered, which once you see the color, it's gorgeous. And then it does come with your guide spacing. So everything comes, at least in terms of kits, everything comes with some form of recipe that you can follow. So it's very, very, very beginner friendly. So that's part of the rod kit. We'll set this aside. Here's where we get into the tools. So here are the reamers, I believe is what it's called. It looks like you get 3 different ones, which is really nice, actually. I was expecting 1, but I guess it is the core startup kit. So you do get 3 different size reamers, which is basically looks like a carbon fiber shaft with sandpaper wrapped around it. And this is so you can core out your handle. All of our chemicals. Oh God, there's a lot in here. We're still only the top layer. So this is Pro Paste. It's a part A, part B resin Rod building paste adhesive. Pro Coat rod building thread finish, which looks like it comes with 2 nice sized vials. So, and you can cap them off. So you could definitely probably build quite a few rods out of just the core startup kit. And this was one of the reasons why I ended up going with the different rod color. The rod that comes with the big spinning rod kit, that comes with the blank and everything, is black. And the threads they send is this nice, beautiful silver, a nice dark blue, and a black, just to start off. And I just wanted something more than a black rod with those colors. Tape, 2 different sizes. One's very thin, one is very not thin. And it's kind of like masking tape. $10-pack of razor blades. Actually very thoughtful to put those in there. A lot of kits and things will not come with like the little tools. So then you end up going, you actually have to go out to the hardware store or something to grab just these little itty bitty tools that they just assume you have on hand and guaranteed you don't have it on hand. This is a plastic cement stick. It's for installing the rod tip. I don't know what this is either. These are tubes. These are little silicone tubes. I don't know what these are used for. I guess we'll find out when I get to the instructions. And then a white China marker. These things are awesome. I remember, I think the last time I used one of these, my dad let me use it. And I'm pretty sure I unspooled the entire thing. But this is just like a very waxy pencil that draws on just about anything. And with a little bit of adhesive, or not adhesive, a little bit of scraping, it comes right off. It's really good for marking stuff of that nature. And then this is a burnisher. Almost like a bone tool. Like a folding bone tool. And that's just to push down the threads and make them line up and all pretty when you're wrapping. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of this back in. So I have a tiny table. I still have a big project on my main workbench going. I need like more workbenches in my studio here, ultimately. Okay, we got 3 boxes and then a booklet. This is an alcohol burner. I don't think I have any alcohol. Nice glass alcohol burner. Just fill it. This is like an oil lamp. Flatten finish, reduce air bubbles, and melt adhesives. Okay. All right. I see you. This is a rod dryer. Ooh, is this motorized? Did I order a motorized one? While applying curing to your epoxy finish form filament. RBS compatible. Did I get one motorized? I didn't know I grabbed a motorized one. I thought I was gonna have to hand spin this. Yo! It is! That's so much more exciting. Oh my gosh. That makes this so much more worth it. I assumed I had to hand spin the rod because I've seen some tutorials where it's just like, 2 of these, and when you have the rod on there, you just hand spin it and then you wind. But this, that's nice. Okay. I see you. And then we have the hand wrapper. Or I guess this is what I was seeing. And I just never got to this point in the tutorials. I was looking at videos prior and trying to figure out if I was going to do this. And then, you know, a firm just said, you can afford it. Okay, has nice instructions on how to set it all up, which I might do right now, but off camera. And that's the end of this box. It does come with a nice, thick, full color instruction manual. And I do know they have a lot of videos on their website as well, but it's good to have both. It shows you how to assemble the handle and all of that. So I'm gonna put this together. But first, I'm gonna show you what color rod I got. Like I said, I had gotten 2 separate kits to kind of get what I wanted. And my stepdad's favorite color is blue. And they had this beautiful color available in one of their custom section. This is a 7-foot 2-piece spinning rod. Look at the shade of blue. It's just such a beautiful teal. And I think this will just make such a nice, like, lake rod. This thing's long. And then it does also come with a decal that you can kind of seal in under the coat so you can see what size it is. It is a 7-foot 2-piece rod, moderate fast action. I'll say it's a medium weight. Here's the specs for all that care. I'm gonna set this up. All right, I'll be back. Here it is. I'll move it a little scoocher forward a little bit. They did send some extra components to kind of help out. This is one with the little rubber feet, a extra, what looks like a hairband to me, and then also they did send a little flat wrench for the bolt on the carriage here. But this was super easy to put together. Your spool is held in here via a little dovetail so you can slide it along. And then this piece here, your thread will come off through this, and then when your rod, as on here for example, it will pull up and keep a perfect amount of tension on the rod for when you're tying it. And then you can just swap out different threads with whatever colors you want. I started off with silver because I think I'm going to use a lot of silver on this and maybe do black and blue accents. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to start getting to work. So I didn't record a whole bunch of the actual building process. There was a lot of trial and error through some of it. There was a few guides that I had to rewrap, and overall it took me about 5 hours of active building on it to get it where I want it to be. Now I am very satisfied with how it turned out. I was able to do this nice little decorative wrap on the bottom of the rod, and also just it turned out really well. The kit is very intuitive. I think just about anyone would be able to follow the instructions, and I am definitely looking forward to getting more rod blanks and continuing this hobby a little bit further. Thanks for watching.